everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games. Welcome to The Witcher, Crimson and Ash. I'm the aforementioned Salty.
And I'm sweet.
And these of theirs assorted spices are our friends. Welcome to our finale. There's something in the air. And I think it's... sadness? Is it sadness? No, it's joy. No, it's something in between. Thank you for resubbing, Mal. Yes, finale. But as always, we have things to do before we go talk to our players. And that is to shout out our sponsors. The first being Roll20, a virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. That's right. We are part of their Spotlight program, which highlights indie TTRPG creators all across the interwebs. It's great. We thank them very much. Also, a shout out to, I've got both in my hands, Grinding Coffee Co. and Dice Envy. We're affiliates with them. We have codes. They're listed below. We have affiliate links where you can get discounts with all of these things. Coffee and dice. I feel like if you watch this channel, you like at least one of these things.
At least one. I feel
if not,
like we can safely say.
Both. I'm going to do it again.
Please, no.
There we go.
Please, no.
So yes, check that out. And of course, for the last time for this game, Artel Sorian, our very special sponsor, we have a Witcher rulebook to give away from them. They're super great. We're going to start that soon, probably while other people are talking who are not me. What else? There are tip incentives down below. The rerolls, I'll just say, probably going to be the most useful things if you're thinking about it. But all of this goes toward supporting the channel and supporting the cast. So we can do new projects and we can compensate our friends for their time, energy, and talent. So, last thing, we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, accent, and no card stars and wishes and content warnings because while the characters may be put through hell or killed by a we think a vampire or by their very own kitty, the players are here to have fun. That's the thing. Yeah. Okay, let's talk to people. I'll just finish up. I'm playing Maggie the cat. She is a criminal. Yes. And something else. Is it a lycanthrope? That sounds right. I'm a werecat, and I'm gonna fight a vampire in my werecat form. Don't stop me! Kiana, you go now.
Yeah, I'm Kiana. My pronoun is she, they. But today, for the finale, I am playing Lupa, a resident witcher who uses they, them pronouns. They are tired. They just want things to be tied up and done with. Yeah, they're gonna help a werecat fight a vampire, because that was definitely in their plans for the day. Definitely in the grand scheme of things, this is what they planned out to do. Yeah, Lupa is one episode from retirement.
Oh, it's within reach.
Right there.
Yeah. Great. What on earth? Let's hop down to Lindy.
Hi, that's me. I'm Lindy, and I really want more cats. I will be playing Thrin and Brokvar from Skellige. She is a mage. Pretended to be engaged last week. That was super fun. And probably never actually going to happen to her. So it was fun to pretend for at least a couple hours. And yeah, I'm just excited to hopefully not die to this vampire. At least expose him, if not kill him, and then get on a boat, because I like boats.
Mm-hmm. As established. Yes, excellent. Okay, and Katie.
I'm Katie. I use she, her pronouns, and I play Sila the Bard, who is just here for the ride. She's just here for it.
Excellent. Beautiful. And I'll hand it over to Hans. Hi, Hans.
Hello, I'm Hans. I use he, him pronouns, and when it comes over to me, that means I have to do the last time and tell people what they missed or maybe didn't miss, but have to refresh upon. Last time, we saw Scylla meet with Sasha, the proprietor of the Cracked Harp and information broker, as the crew continued to investigate the Ruby Stole, a mysterious killer of extraneous nobles. Then Maggie, Thrin, Gramelin as Contralt, that's a long story, everybody, and Juna went to the Vol estate, where they met with Eleanor Vol, mother of Contralt and Magda. Thrin introduced herself as Contralt's future wife, and Maggie as Thrin's sister. That was fun. Eleanor gave them rooms for the night, where they prepared to lay a trap for the Ruby Stole. Egon Vol, brother of Contralt, came to reconnect and was confronted with the knowledge that he had been the one to send his sister Magda into a cursed sleep because Egon knew that Gabriel Sazalt had killed his first wife with his bare hands. Meanwhile, Scylla and Lupa went to the solemn writ to spread the word that Contralt was in town, unwanted and alone at his parents' estate. They met with Juna at the Cracked Harp where Scylla performed. Then they returned to the Vol estate and jumped over the wall to meet the crew and lay their trap. In the meantime, Maggie met with Eleanor Vol and learned that she knew who Maggie was and had been party to picking her to place the curse upon, because Maggie is cursed. Maggie then went to Egon's room, where she murdered him. In Contralt's room, Gabriel Sazalt appeared suddenly, attacking Contralt and being held off by Lupa, Scylla, and Thrin, only to escape by jumping off the balcony and turning invisible. Lastly, we saw Juna trail after Maggie, witnessing her killing of Egon, which is where we pick up. It's a lot. There was a lot that happened last time.
There was a lot.
We're in a good place to go on. Did I miss anything? I think that was fairly thorough.
No, it was great.
No, I think we got that.
Okay, write your recaps right after you finish the session. GM pro tip. All right. So, Lauren, we're jumping over to Maggie.
Okay.
Maggie is in Egon's room.
Yep.
Egon is sitting in like a chaise with his back to the door. And the scene is Maggie is standing over his body, correct? Having just stabbed him in the heart.
Yep.
The doorway is open. Juna is standing in the door frame. And she's looking at Maggie. Maggie has caught her eye. She doesn't look worried about it.
Yeah. You got any problem with this?
No, didn't you hear all that breaking and throwing things in the other room?
Vaguely.
We should probably see what's going on.
Sure.
Okay.
She like casually walks over to her and closes the door behind her. I think Maggie may be a little far gone.
It's the finale. We're doing fine.
So Juna, what's it like working for Madre Lalvin? How's that whole situation? You got like benefits?
You asking if she's looking for more people?
Maybe. I think after Lupa sees that, I'm not exactly gonna be a welcome addition to the party.
Because we're breaking into someone's house and killing their whole family?
No, just the children.
Well, how many are left?
Just the one.
This is as everyone's walking. This is as the two of you are walking in the direction of Contralt's room, right?
Yeah.
Look, I don't really want to stick around with Marjorie Lalvin either.
Ooh.
Maybe just a different thing. She's fine, but I don't know that I need to keep doing that.
Opinions on Novigrad versus literally anywhere else?
I mean, if I was looking to retire or like do something simpler, everywhere else is simpler than Novigrad. But yeah.
Oh, that is good to know.
So let's do an awareness check real quick. I've got a base for Juna, so I know where she's
Okay,
at.
cool.
This is just people coming up behind you, of course. as
Oh, of
people come.
course. That makes so much sense. 14. I need to adjust this window hold, please.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, no one's being sneaky or anything like that. You're both very aware. Juna like grabs your arm by the wrist just a second before you notice it yourself, but you hear at least 3 sets of footprints approaching really fast from behind you.
Yeah, I
And-
turn around.
You're turning around. There's 2 guards. There's Eleanor Vol. They're running down the hall. They don't go towards Contralt's room, despite all the big noise. They're actually going towards Egon's room.
Oh. I'm doing all this while absolutely destroying the overlay. Thank you for your patience. Nobody
That's fair,
saw
that's
anything. You saw nothing. Oh.
You know what we have to do is make Lauren produce the stream and then also make her star in the major scene that we're doing at the same
Yes.
time.
I can do both.
Would you
Oh.
like to sing while you're doing it or anything
Oh
else
my
while
god.
you're... Okay.
Well, I'm just
alright.
trying to make it look pretty. Damn it.
You're doing great. Let me cut over to Contralt's room for a second. We'll see what's
Yeah,
happening over there.
Great.
Okay, cool. So we're going to cut over to the other room where we've got the double doors of the balcony just blown open, pieces everywhere. On the balcony itself, I'm trying to remember who's on the balcony and who's outside. Didn't we have somebody almost go over the railing?
That was me. I almost
Yeah.
fell
Okay.
off.
Perfect. That was
and
where
I
I
think
thought we were at.
I think Siler caught me. Siler got
I
my.
thought no, it was
No,
Thrin.
it was Thrin that got my legs?
Thrin that almost fell off, and you caught Thrin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
That sounds
It's-
more
Yeah.
right.
Thrin
That
fell.
sounds more accurate.
Thrin
Yeah.
fumbled on her
definitely-
roll.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
And then I think Lupa is like doing the thing where they're almost halfway off of the.
It's like athletics as a mage. What's that?
Yep, yeah. Yeah, you never need that until you need it. So we've got Thrin being back on the balcony. Loop is there. Silas all the way over by the chaise, right? Like in a different part of the room. I only know one fancy furniture term, and it's chaise. So everything has a chaise in it today.
It's a
so
fainting
clear.
couch.
There's a lot
There
of
you go.
chaises in Silas family's house. In the Vol house. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just all chaises. Okay, so we've got 2 people on the balcony. Scylla over by the side. Gramelin, I think, is over by Scylla, if I recall how that all went. And yeah, the room is about half torn apart because of both this big sound thing that happened. That may or may not be. Yeah, it was just because of the creature that came into the room. And then also there was a big windstorm that happened.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which was from Thrin. So I think
Just,
all of
just
the
a
room
little
was pretty
gust.
much
Just a
destroyed.
little.
Little gust.
Just a little gust.
Yeah.
Just an-
So lots of sound, lots of stuff knocked apart. I don't recall if the door is open or closed. So let's say the door is closed now from all of the breezing and things like that. Maybe
makes sense.
we had like a loud slamming close there in the middle of all that.
Mm.
So there's no sign of Sazalt or the creature or whatever else is going on. It's the 4 of you. How's it going?
Siler rushes to the balcony to go check on Thrin and Lupa, and is just like helping Lupa hoist Thrin back up.
Thank you, Lupa. I really thought I was going to take a bit of a fall there.
Where did he go? Did he disappear?
Invisible?
Yeah.
Yes. Just gone. That was not a teleport. I would know what that looked like. That was invisibility.
Well, do we know where he's gone to next? We should chase after him, right?
But not by jumping off the balcony like
no,
that.
of course not.
If I was to make a guess, think he's probably either likely going to a safe haven for him. I doubt he's gonna try to attack anyone else tonight if he knows we're out and about.
We
Mhm.
won't be able to use this trick anymore on him.
No. But we did get confirmation of who it was, which is valuable in and of itself,
That is true. We know it's Gabriel Sazort now.
without a doubt.
Hans, can I make a Witcher training roll and see if I know what the fuck he is?
Yeah, that seems so appropriate right now.
What are you?
And are Juna and I good?
23.
Nice.
So good at
Amazing.
this. You're such a good
Very
witcher.
good, very good stuff.
I know things.
think, yeah, I think at this point we're pretty much ready to confirm what the creature is, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we're talking about a vampire.
Woo!
And because of the sound powers and the invisibility and the sudden transformation into a creature, it seems you are most likely dealing with a bruja. Do they say bruja or bruxa in the game? What do they say?
Bruxa, typically.
Okay, bruxa. We'll say bruxa. We'll say it like they say it in the game. I don't know what they're doing.
At least
yet.
in Witcher 1. They may have fixed it in 2 or 3.
You know what? It makes total sense to me being bruxa. Let's say bruxa. It's easier to
Cool.
reach that way. Okay. So, Lauren, you had a question?
Yeah,
on
I just
where
wanted
Maggie's
to
at?
know if Juna and I were okay to arrive in the room
Yeah,
as
let's do
this
that.
is happening.
As somebody's getting all hoist.
Yeah. Just eat her back on.
Eve,
Yeah.
oh.
So you
Friend's
got
not
3 people on the
petite.
balcony.
She's solid. She's just not strong.
Maggie just clears her throat when she comes in.
Where have
Carmela is
you
pouting in a
been?
corner.
We gotta go.
Yes, probably.
No, we gotta go right now. Oh, a balcony. That's a great place to go.
Right.
Wait, what do you mean we've got to go right now? What have you?
A woman cries out in the distance as if mourning.
We gotta go.
Gramelin, let me help you up. Check on him, because he almost got murderized. It was real close. I don't think he took damage, per
No,
se.
his hair is tousled.
Yeah,
he,
he
he
just-
has like mussy
He
hair.
probably just had a
Right.
heart attack. Like, I know I would have. I'd have been like, I'm
Sure.
gonna die.
Pretty much.
All right, so we're going over the balcony then.
Yep.
Then let's go. Let's. Whatever
right.
you've done, Maggie. Let's run.
Yep. She just goes over to the balcony.
You
Just
know,
starts
so we're gonna go
climbing.
over a balcony. That sounds good. What do we think this is? Athletics? Physique?
Lupa will carry Thrin.
I'll do athletics.
I think it's athletics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
not
do
awful at
athletics.
physique. My physique's okay. It's just
Yeah,
my
I think
athletic. I have
physique's like
terrible
much
decks.
stronger stuff.
22.
22 is great.
Just hold on.
13 for Silo.
It's a slippery wall, and it's not the
17.
most fun thing you've ever had to climb. Lupa has claws, gets down a little bit easier than that. Thrin, you're being carried. Is that what we're going with?
Yep. I imagine it's just piggyback.
Yeah, it's just a
Piggyback on-
piggyback. It probably looks very strange to
Looks
anyone else who
super
is
weird.
watching. Could you just have sorceress and big floofy dress
hmm
on top of a witcher?
Yeah. With big fluffy ears.
Yeah.
Okay, wow, Gramelin, what are you doing? This is not going
Oh,
to go well.
Carmela, no!
Gramelin looks like he's going to be fine. Starts like climbing over the side of the wall, and then just like falls. And
Oh,
would anybody
buddy.
like to try to catch Gramelin?
No.
If not, he's just going to take damage.
Cool. Great. Perfect.
If I wasn't piggybacking on Lupa.
I think I'm the only one strong enough to catch him, obviously. Sorry, Lupa. So, no. he
Gramelin falls and hurts his tushy. Poor kid. He falls. He makes a undignified squawk when he hits the ground.
Silo goes over to just like brushing herself off and getting him up. Come on, we have to go.
Yep. No
We've got
time
too
to
much
stop.
going on.
Yes, fine, let's go.
And then we have to climb a wall, right?
Mhm.
Do have to
With
climb
spikes.
a wall. Let's see how these guards do, noticing that
Oh,
you're
we
climbing
gotta
a
get the
wall.
hell out of here. Y'all, we gotta go.
Oh, they
I think I'm
critted!
doing- I think I'm doing okay this time. Okay. So we're gonna climb a
Of
wall.
course, on the finale would be
Yeah.
when Hans rolled all the good crits.
Yeah.
I fumbled and then I critted, so I feel like this is still fairly reasonable.
Yeah,
for me
yeah.
at
This
this
is
point.
a Hans kind of thing.
Right.
Can
Yeah,
we
the dice
attempt
giveth and taketh
to
away.
be unnoticed, or probably not?
Yes, that's
Okay.
fair. Some of you were very stealthy criminals. That's very
That's
fair.
true. You say that.
Oh yeah, nope.
Nope.
Oh, Maggie!
That makes sense. I deserve that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Not enough to beat their crit.
Nope.
It's okay. You ready? You ready?
Let's go.
Let me just go click that button there. Right. Yeah. Stealth. Eh. Oh my gosh. That's like the best stealth roll I've made in this whole game.
Okay.
That's
and
one
Gramellan
shy of a
stealth
crit.
roll. Okay, Gramellan did all right. He's still aching. So here's the real thing, though. I get a chance to shoot arrows at you all. That should be fun for Lupa.
Let me
Yeah,
parry.
get up front.
So I'm going to take 2 arrow shots at you all as you depart. So let's do
Fair.
this.
That's fair. Oh.
It's my base here. I'm a bandit. That's close enough. We're going to do that. And okay. I'm adding an 11 to this roll. Okay. I'm rolling a 16 for the first attempt to shoot someone with an arrow. Let's say this one's actually just going at Lupa, because Lupa is definitely the most heavily armed.
Yeah, by far. Okay. So I need to roll with this -3. 17.
Wonderful.
Fuck you.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Okay, well that's scary, so I'm also going to take the second shot at Lupa.
Yes, it was definitely the Witcher. They are monsters.
Oh, that's a fumble.
Oh,
They-
okay,
no.
okay,
That's fine.
okay. So you're going to get shot with an arrow.
That's fine.
That's agreeable to you, yeah? Okay,
Yeah,
so let's
that's
do
fine.
this. You have armor, so
I have
I have to roll a hit location first. I know how this game works, ish. Okay, so we're at 7. What's my hit location for that? Damaging, hit locationing. Okay, it looks like that is a right leg.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay,
Is that the bad leg?
I think it is.
additionally makes sense why it'd be harder to parry. Hey, dude.
Special guest.
Okay, and that was my son. And I was in the middle of trying to attack Lupa, and I've got to roll this damage and then divide it by half. Okay, damage 11 divided by 2, so you take 5 damage.
Cool.
And then you've
I'm
got
gonna make
armor
sure my
on your leg,
laundry
yeah?
wasn't gonna explode or something. I hear weird noises. BRB.
That's fair.
'Kay,
So
cool.
5, and then what's your armor on your leg?
That's a good question.
So
What
many questions.
The fuck is my armor? I have to find that in my gear. Did I not put this in? I should have put this in. Where did it? Oh,
It is.
yes. Oh, I have nothing.
Okay. So that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Could be worse. Just 5
It
points
could
of
be
leg
worse.
damage.
It's just 5 points to my knee.
Yeah. I mean, maybe like the meat of the leg if you
Yes.
prefer, but
You
yeah,
know.
enjoy.
I was a Witcher and then it took an arrow.
Took an arrow to the knee.
We did already make the one episode from retirement joke, so we're pretty much right for this. It's great.
Right there. It's fine.
Okay, is everybody prepared to climb this wall?
Yeah, we'll
Sure.
get the fuck out.
Are we
Yeah.
rolling athletics again?
Yeah, we're rolling athletics. This is the wall that thinks it's more secure because it has 1.5 foot long iron spikes on top, but really it just makes it easier to climb. Looks like we're doing
21.
great. Yeah.
17. I will just say I'm still carrying 7.
Sounds good. And Gramellan is doing great.
Garmelon?
Carmelon has the fear of death
Fight or
instilled in
flight.
him.
Adrenaline.
Also, like at some point we realized that he is a doppelganger and not just like a very cantankerous person. So he does have some good skills for things
Right.
like this.
It's true. It's true.
So, yeah, with that, everyone gets over the wall. There is a cry being raised from inside of the house. There are people shouting and yelling. You see guards mustering. Yeah, maybe there's a whistle being blown somewhere in the distance.
Cool.
Mhm.
Right, so where are we headed? We dealing with this thing still, or we calling it a night?
We should just follow.
Do we know how to follow it if it's invisible?
I'm gonna start tracking Hans.
Let's do that. So your goal here, you're going to do a tracking roll in the city.
Yes.
I don't think that's a penalty or anything like that. I feel like I just wanted to ask the question that way. So we're using wilderness survival to track. Is that the goal?
Either that or awareness. I'm just looking for signs of where he went.
Okay.
I'd also maybe argue this could be Witcher training, but
When in doubt, Witcher training is always a fun thing for it to be. So let's see. Witcher training. Let's do a Witcher training roll. I mean, the goal is not to make this last 2 more episodes, right?
19.
Okay. So Bruxa as vampires, I think that it feels like they are the kind of vampires that like to have a lair. They like to have a home base.
Mm-hmm.
So wherever this Bruxa is probably where it would usually go after it's attempted a hunt. And I think everything that you have heard so far about Gabriel Sazal makes it sound like he has a home and a normal place to live, which I think that Maggie knows where the Sazalt Manor is.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think we've covered that already.
Cool. Yeah. So Lupa will kind of start pointing out. Do you know where the Sazalt house is?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he went there.
Great. Follow me. Walk casual as you can.
Lupa probably just actually takes out the arrow at this point because now they've gotten over the wall. A small grunt and starts going.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. All right, so the Sazalts, they live not far from the Valls. It's getting to be a much quieter neighborhood as you move on. This is not on a main street. It's kind of back and away. It's like the equivalent of one of those, what do they call them? Like a cul-de-sac type neighborhood for noble people. So the Sazalts are tucked away in a little tiny corner. It looks like a nice, but also slightly older style of house with a lot of peaks and gables to their roofs and so forth. And looking at the house, something that probably stands out to Lupa as being a Witcher knowledge thing. There are a lot of birds' nests that have been built around the eaves of the building. So you see lots of tiny little nests pushed into the corners of the roof of the building. And there are, even at this time of night, subtle bird chirp noises late at night. Has anybody ever had a neighborhood have you ever had the experience of starlings moving into your neighborhood?
No, but it sounds terrible.
It is terrible. It's really terrible. Starlings are the worst. In particular, the thing that's fun about it is if you have the slightest bit of light, even at night, you just get all this little bird squawk sound constantly. So with that, I'd just like to point out that this neighborhood is generally quiet, but there are also lots and lots of birds that are making tiny little chirps as things go on. So yeah, and as Lauren says, we're at the Sazalt house. So there's a tall gate, but there's a fairly low outer wall. Everything looks like it's buttoned down for the night. There's no lights on at all.
Should we just charge in, silver sword blazing kind of thing?
I don't see why not. This is where we're supposed to be.
I mean, I think we should go in and be prepared for whatever is happening, and if we don't deal with this or we don't figure out what to do, we're gonna be chased around town by the Vol family, I assume.
Maggie doesn't say anything. She just looks like she has the blankest face.
Yeah. So, if you want to sneak in, that might be a good thing to have.
All right. Yeah, I think, yeah, Maggie will start, circling around the house looking for a possible way in.
Okay. Yeah, the house is not terribly difficult to enter. It's got these big iron gates, but the wall itself is really low. You could pretty easily bring yourself over the wall. You could try to do something to the gate and just open it up that way if you wanted to. In the back, if you wanted to walk around long enough, it looks like this is just going to butt onto like a natural cliff. There's not going to be like a neighboring estate or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
We're climbing another wall.
I mean, I could try and open it if you want.
It might be the easiest way.
Sure. I will try. Oh no. Juna's probably really, really good at picking locks.
What's your pick lock?
It's 4, but my craft is 3.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Okay. Okay.
My craft is 7, so I have as good as picking locks as you are
Right.
technically. Question, where are we standing? Are we like in an alley on the side of the house? Are we standing right in front of the house? Like
Let's
we're
ask the criminal where we're standing.
Yes, because I scouted this area when I did case the area. Probably in a nearby alley, like before it actually gets onto the main
because most
thoroughfare.
estates would have like a side gate for garbage and stuff to take out to the alley. I imagine that's probably where we're at.
Yeah, that sounds
If
good.
that's the case, I will risk casting magic in public a little bit, just real subtle, like heal, because I am not looking great. After getting smacked by Mr. Gabriel's assault earlier,
That was like 5d6 damage last time. Yeah.
it was not pretty. I mean, I'm only at half, but still, I'm just gonna
You're gonna fight a vampire. Yeah.
and try to cast that without fumbling. Let's see.
Mm.
I'm fine. Okay. And then I'll roll a d10 to see how much I get back. 9. That's better than nothing. So I'll tell you it.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So, how are we getting in here again?
Yeah, so Lupa, what is Lupa's plan? Lupa's the Witcher, so do
Yeah,
you just...
Lupa's general idea is that Gabriel's adult knows that the Witcher's going to be hunting him. That's going to be pretty obvious. And he also knows Scylla and Thrin were with them. But he doesn't know about Maggie. And so they can leverage that sneak element at least. So if they somewhat split the party, Lupa just going to go in the front door in whatever possible way that is, be very loud, be very obvious, and see up to Scylla and Thrin what they want to do, but want Maggie and Juna to at least be a sneak element, surprise element in this plan. That's the general idea.
Sounds good. So are we going in the gate, this side gate that we've discovered, or are we going to go over the wall?
I
What's
think
the plan
Maggie
there?
and Juna are gonna go through the side gate and then at least get through it so we can be on the estate and look around.
Okay. Who's taking point on this lock? Who's going to deal with this gate?
Again, how's Juna's pick lock? I'll do it. I don't care.
Juna is doing mild stretching at this point. Finger
Juna
limbering
is
exercise.
stretching.
Limbering up. Damn it. Oh, whatever. I'll do it. Whatever. A crit!
That's the time when you want the crit, is when you made a very big scene about how you won't ask somebody for help.
Uh-huh.
It's very good.
I don't even look at
Gonna
it because I'm
continue-
showing off. I don't even look at it. I just look at Juna while I do it.
Are you surprised when you hear the little click sound?
I am, but I conceal it well. And it's open. We get each other.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Right, don't die. Or, do, if it's your prerogative. And she just walks inside.
I'm not planning on dying.
Not you.
Juna,
I was talking to them. You don't die.
probably not. They probably mostly survive.
I think Lupa just gives a nod. Right. Guess we just go knock in on the front door.
I don't know if we should
to
knock,
approach
we
the
should
vampire.
just barge right in.
Yep. Alright. Starts wandering over to where they're gonna barge in.
Okay, so everybody's gone in through the side gate, but then we're going to split off and go around the house different directions.
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
that's the idea.
Got it.
Yeah.
As you approach the front door, Gormelin just stops and says, Lupa,
Yes.
we're very clear on the fact there's no reason at all for me to go in there, correct?
I mean, technically, yes, but also, you were spotted with us. Well, the rest of the Vol family thinks that we probably did something.
But he could
That is
change
a
his...
very good point. Yes, and he just goes like, and he now looks like Rosen. He says, "Look, I don't have to go in there. I'm not going to." do
Where is
anything."
Rosen?
He's with us. He was with us with the
No.
vampire. No, he
No.
wasn't.
No, and you should have
Where's
asked that question
Rosen?
2 episodes ago. It's something you will have to discover someday. I have notes.
I thought he was with us. I thought he was our
Lost
bodyguard.
Rosen.
Literally, no one has asked for 2 episodes. I've got a plan. Don't worry.
No, we've lost Rosen.
That's the best
We
thing.
lost our boy!
Listen,
We
that's
lost
why
our
I,
boy.
I, as a philosophy, don't pick up NPCs. They just wander off.
Well, Lindy wants all the cats. She's got at least 3 in this game so far. So,
Cats?
I mean, they're NPCs. Cats.
Oh.
I mean, I'm just dealing with the thing. Okay, so anyways,
I don't pick up
Grimelin,
NPCs.
again,
I
as-
don't pick up pets. None of it.
I
It's
mean, that
fine.
way you don't have to keep a journal. It's good. So Gormelin, as Rosen says, I'm just going to stand over here, and if anyone asks, I'll say I'm one of the guards. It's going to go fine.
Alright.
So if you survive, I'll just be out here.
Thank you.
And Gormelin goes and stands by the side gate.
Your cowardice never ceases to amaze me, Garmelin.
What do you expect me to do? I'm not going to go fight that have you ever seen me hold a weapon in my entire life?
We've known you for days, Garmelin.
Exactly. And this is probably the most I could do that would assist you, is if someone comes in, I'll tell them everything's fine.
She just follows Lupa. Thrin, deal with your friend.
He's very good at telling people everyone's fine. He's very convincing.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the front door.
Yep.
And I will check it if it opens or not.
Okay. It's already open.
Just
Oh,
let
great.
ourselves in,
Love-
why don't we?
That much. Just
Love
that
that.
much. Yes.
Yeah, Lupa will just nudge it open. and-
Cool. You immediately, I'm going
Yes.
to content warning, because we're content warning, just in case. This is where we get into our blood and violence.
Yes.
This is the time now.
I enthusiastically consent.
I feel like this is a good time, just in case anybody wanted to mute, just to be aware this is where it's going to pick up Vampire Steam. So,
Hope he fireballs you.
Is the door not open all the way because there's just a bunch of bodies behind it?
well, that's a good point. But I just figured that was enough of a dramatic pause to let people mute if they wanted to. So with that, yeah, the door opens slightly, and of course, as soon as it starts to open slightly, you get that waft of iron into your nose. And looking down, there is a red puddle that's running from the door backwards into the main room, just about 10 feet.
Alright. I'm surprised, It kind of like looks down. Either he's very sloppy or in general, and I'm surprised no one picked up, or he's just sloppy tonight.
There is a body laying there on the floor.
Yep.
It's a young person wearing like a maid's outfit, and yeah, they're bleeding out of their neck.
They still alive?
No, unfortunately.
Yeah, Lupa's gonna start stepping inside. Stepping in the blood, then they're not squeamish about that.
Okay, so this body's laying basically in the center of this foyer. There's a staired landing that's going up in the back, and from there, on the second floor, Gabriel Zalt is looking down at you and says, "Oh no, Witcher, you've come to kill again.
Oh, fucking god, I hate him.
Yes!
I can't believe that you've been getting away with this for so long as the Ruby stole. How could you?"
I love him. I want to be his best friend.
I just like him
It's
intensely.
Jerry Dandridge from Fright Night. That's what this is, and it makes me so
Yeah.
happy. You're so
I think
cool, Bruce.
Silas. It's dark, right?
It's dark. It's incredibly dark. There's basically no light, and there's just like the slightest hint of moonlight from above.
I'm gonna try to fade.
Yeah, that's doable.
A 17. I'm
Cool.
just gonna try to fade. Just step in behind Lupa and try to fade to their left, like against the wall.
You're moving up. There's like curtains right there by the window.
Yeah,
and
just
there's
like
an area where there's
blending
like
in.
it's
Yeah.
like a mudroom. You know, it's like the front step.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Lupin
So-
just like sighs.
Yeah. Sizzalt's wearing like a dark navy coat that's fitted very tightly across the chest, like light colored like gray pants, and just looking down at you. Witcher, someone is going to have to put an end to your bloodthirst.
Oh my fucking god. This motherfucker. I'm so mad. Like I'm awful, but I'm so fucking mad. They just narrow eyes, and like it is the yellow eyes, right? And it's just like that just kind of go into like the slits. Listen, I'm not one for dramatics or really conversation.
Oh, that was it.
Lupa literally said they're not one for conversation.
So good. It was so good. So since we've got Lauren making crawling noises,
Those
should
were
we talk about what's going on?
sneaking
Well, so what's happening with Maggie and Juno? What are they doing right now?
Making out. No. We are, I don't know, going through like the servants' quarter entrance probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just make a general stealth check.
Yes, I love those. Right? Sure.
Hmm?
Yes. Who doesn't? 23. It's pretty good. It's pretty good there. Pretty good.
Not that good. Not that good.
That's for Juna. Juna's
Oh,
fine.
good.
Oh,
Keep going,
I thought
Juna.
that was awareness.
Yes,
I was worried.
For some nice. 35.
I thought that was Sizzalt's awareness.
Me
and I
too.
was like, not that good.
We
I
might-
think everything's fine on that front. We're doing good. So the servant entrance, it's like there's a lot of going around. This is a really, like, everything here is very, let's say, poorly or not recently used.
Mhm.
There's not a lot going on here in this servant interest area. You've come in. There's like some things that
Sounds
are
like he ate
arranged,
them
but
all.
yeah, it's just like nothing's actually here in this house. So, you're passing by a lot of props, a lot of like pieces, like a tea set that's left over to the side, you know, some towels that are folded or things like that. But everything looks like it's just been sitting there for a long time. No signs of life, no people in the rooms you're going past.
How does he get away with this? Oh, because I suppose anyone who comes here he probably kills. Right. Okay. Well, oh, where are you? Damn. Shh. Right in my ear.
Right. I think that's very much Juna's style.
Yeah.
So, as you two have like you've glided onto the scene, are you going to the same room that they're in? Are you going off to the side? Where's that going to end up?
Yeah, I think the ideal scenario is walking up behind him, right? Like, and then
So I'd like to
transforming
pitch-
into a werecat.
Yeah. I want to pitch this room. So it's a foyer. It's got a staired landing that Sizzalt's standing on right now.
Like
I'd like to pitch there being
bifurcated,
an
like it goes
entrance.
up both
Yeah.
sides? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. And let's have a main door right there in the center between the two stairs. that's going to be where you're going to have to make your appearance.
Okay,
Okay.
so like underneath
So we know that's-
where he's standing?
Yep. Yeah, give
Okay.
me 2 seconds though. And
Just wait for
then
the-
on that's going to happen. And then for Thrin's part, Thrin's standing in the doorway.
Basically, yeah. I think she just kind of closes the door behind her, so it makes it harder for him to escape and leave.
Yep.
Because he already
Okay.
did that once.
So the door gets closed, and Sazalt says, "Well, I'll have to stop you and your accomplice." Points in the general direction of Thrin, and just like casually puts a foot up onto the rail of the landing, and then jumps down to where you're all standing 12 feet below.
Hot. I love him.
Does not
is
do
he
the
still,
3-point crouch, just kind of like gently does this.
Yeah, is he still in his humanoid, fully humanoid form, I'm assuming?
He does still look like Bradley James, yes.
Okay, cool.
So as Juna and I are approaching from behind, following the sound of the very convincing voices,
Huh?
and I go, Juna,
What?
do you like surprises?
I think so.
Great.
I'm gonna love this one.
The best surprise ever.
Surprise cat!
Surprise!
Cat
kitten.
surprises are the best surprises.
No, of course, because I want this to happen, I'm gonna end up having to use like my luck to make it happen, right? Or not.
Not.
Or it was meant to be.
You've been willing it into the universe for 2 weeks, Lauren.
It's fair.
Yes.
It's fair.
Wow.
Okay. So Juno was standing fairly close to you. Let's describe how this goes. So what's the first time Maggie transformed?
It's like you know the thing where the spine like starts to like pop out and curve, and her hair gets like a darker red and goes like from the hair and starts to like extend, and the ears start to point out, and she just grows like easily 2 feet. Yes.
Juno's taken like 3 steps back, and I think she's been holding a knife this entire time because she's Juno. And she's just watching.
Mhm. So hot. Okay, yes. So when he hops down,
Yep.
that's when she's bouncing forward.
Awesome.
Can I go? Pss, 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 pss?
Can
You know,
you
you
go?
gotta-
Psst, 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 psst.
That's how you call
Nothing
kitties.
stopping you.
Oh, I was like, what?
Yeah, you know. Pss, pss, pss. Just a gentle little. Pss, pss, pss. Maggie's werecat ears should be able to hear that,
Oh, yeah.
and it'll just confuse the vampire. Like,
What? Is that a
are you
spell?
calling me? Like,
Yeah. I think we're at the point where we roll initiative now. right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Do this. Okay.
I put it in by Bodis's. Minus 5 empathy.
Oh my god, so fucking terrible.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Y'all.
That's a thing.
Okay.
That's a thing
Don't
that
make
happened.
me.
We
Oh.
both rolled a 1.
I was amazed.
Oh, I rolled crit. Why did I click that? Meant to click initiative. There we go. Huh. There we go.
Okay.
I rolled a
Yeah.
4.
And Maggie, you've got all the adjustments in there, right?
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go, Maggie.
I think so.
Okay.
Yes.
2010 plus 11. Jesus, like.
Okay. This one's Juno. Ouch.
Wow. Wow.
And-
We just not on.
I
the
swear to
initiative
God,
team.
if Gabriel Cesal does well,
Oh,
I'm
he's
gonna-
gonna do so
Um,
good.
I mean, it's going to be real bad, to be fair.
yeah, I know, I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the jump.
That's
Yeah,
I
the
did not
high
mess that up.
ground.
That's just how it goes.
I had the high ground.
Yeah.
Never go get
So
some of the high ground.
Sazalt is going to do the most cowardly thing possible because that will make everyone frustrated. So Sazalt is now invisible.
I fucking
Wow.
knew it.
I know. I know.
Mhm.
Ew. Gross.
Yep. So that's my round of making everybody's life miserable.
Mhm.
And let's move down to Maggie.
Great.
Maggie, what are you going to do?
Well, I guess I'm going to scent track A werewolf can track a creature without visual or audible clues with no penalty. So
That's right.
I'm gonna sniff him
So
out.
let's do an awareness check on
Okay.
this.
19.
19's real good. Now, I gotta warn you, he is invisible, which makes it harder to track. So
We'll go.
I won't give you the penalty for not being able to see. We'll just
Yeah.
do the normal.
Because I'm doing it by smell.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. So, do you want to spend the difference?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. So, you know where Sazalt is.
Mm-hmm.
He's turned invisible and moved like 2 steps to the left.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Can I get him?
You can get him.
Yeah! I'm going to bounce!
Let's do this.
Okay. This is...
Sparta?
Yes. Yes. This is definitely Sparta. Yes. Okay. I guess this is just brawling,
Yeah,
but
that
with
sounds
my
right.
extra reflexes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, good. Da. Weapon, don't worry about it. Random. 17 and a 22.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna roll dodges. The dodges are very high. Again, life is so cruel in this case. Okay.
God.
I know.
No.
He's real hard to hit. He is invisible, which is helping him right now.
Right, okay.
With all this going on, there's like a very inhuman sound that comes out of Sazalt's mouth. This is like a scream that sounds more like a bird's cry. And it's startling, to say the least, but just barely moves out of the way the first time, even more narrowly out of the way the second time, and is looking straight at you with a mix. Well, who knows? He's invisible. I gotta stop.
Right. But he was
But-
surprised.
There was definitely surprise going on there.
Good.
So
and
that's
now
happening.
everybody can kind of see where I was.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Where you were
Mhm.
swiping.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I
let's
think that's all I
continue
can
on here.
do.
That's a good amount of attacking.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like we're on Lupa or Thren next.
I guess I'll go this turn. We can go turn by turn with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to, now that I've seen where Maggie's swiping, I'm gonna try to dispel. I don't know if his invisibility can be dispelled, but I'm gonna give it a go. It's worth a shot at least.
Mhm.
So let me make that check to see. Yeah, I don't fumble it. Cool.
Cool. I don't think it does anything.
Okay, cool.
I don't.
to know.
I hate to be so blunt about it, but I don't.
No,
think
that's
you can
fine. She
dispel
doesn't know,
its
so
innate
she's
thing.
just experimenting.
Yeah. Let me read the thing. Do spell ritual hex. Yeah, this is just a thing that Bruxes do, so I don't think it's
Mhm.
dispellable.
Yeah,
Everything
I can cancel
here-
magic with the duration if it's got
Yeah.
a duration on it. And I can use it
doesn't.
to block magic attacks. Okay. So
No,
no,
and they have certain magical immunities to make your life more fun.
I'm sure they do.
I think we're gonna
It's not just
die.
like rad. I mean, we don't have to die. There's always running away and being, criminals. So,
Happy ending, happy ending.
Lupa, you're up.
Yeah.
For plan not die.
For plan not die.
Mhm.
Okay, so really the major thing is that he's invisible, and I'd like him to not be invisible.
I tried.
And so there's a bunch of blood on the floor, correct?
Mm-hmm.
There is a bunch of blood on the floor and also a body.
Yeah. Okay. I want to.
Jim
like,
gives
I'm,
everyone a reroll.
Thank
you, Jim.
I'm pulling out my silver sword, and I'm basically gonna drag it in the blood and flick it out in the direction and try to kind of flower.
And Mal gives everyone 3 rerolls.
Oh my god! Thank you.
Thanks for looking up.
Hell yeah!
Is this hope? Is this hope I feel? No, probably not.
Yeah. So that's the plan, is to kind of use the general area that I know he's in and all of this stuff to basically go, can I blood splatter and target and make him somewhat visible to us.
You know what? I like this for a couple reasons. Let's do this. Okay, so what are we going to call that? Just like a strong strike, or what's your thought?
That's a good question. I think this is a swordsmanship, and I'm gonna say this is might be a fast strike, because it's trying to get blood to him without him moving out of the way. Did that sound reasonable?
I think either way works for me.
Cool. Yeah. The idea is just, I would like to get blood on this invisible man and make him less invisible.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do a fast strike, because then you can try it twice and we'll see if it works. Because unfortunately, the big thing is he good at dodging.
Yeah. The first one's a fumble, which I might just fucking
Sweet.
reroll, because I have those.
They are
Oh,
in your
buddy.
possession now.
Unless the 22 works.
I mean, you are in a room full of your friends, and you are going to fumble a swordsmanship roll, and there are rules for that.
Yeah,
So
I'd
you may
rather
not
just
wanna do
I'd,
that.
I'd rather just reroll that. So let's just do.
Although, to be fair, what's the chances you really hurt Maggie right now? Oh, wait, silver sword. No,
It's a
Yeah,
silver
Stay away
sword.
from me.
you should reroll.
Yeah. My reflex is a 9, and my swordship is a 7, so that's plus 16. Oh my god. Are you
Oh, dang.
fucking serious?
The exact same number, too. Wow. Okay, I mean, it had to be the same number. I'm going to stop.
Okay, so that first roll is a fumble either way. That second one to 22.
Okay, when we fumble, do the thing, subtract the next value from your base,
You know.
dot, 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 dot. Based on how high your negative was. Okay, so you have to roll again.
I roll it.
You roll a d10, or the fumble button works well.
Yeah, I pressed that and it did. No, there it is. 6.
Okay, so you're at an 11. So on this melee, you're going to wound a nearby ally. It's super great that that's the highest possible problem you could have here. No, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to go off of how negative it is. You have no major fumble. I was wrong.
Okay, cool.
You're good. You're good.
Woo!
Okay, I rolled that twice. That should not have rolled that twice.
Yeah, maybe it was just delayed.
Yeah, I think it was delayed.
So knowing all that happens, I think here's the reason this didn't end up being a dodge and Sisal doesn't move, because you just flick blood at him. And he's decided he's thirsty. So with that, hungry, however. So you flick blood, and there's like this like very dappled image of a person that you see for just a second as it like takes its finger up to its mouth and goes like this. Yeah. And did not dodge at all.
Okay, so does my second flick blood at him work?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's just a tiny bloody outline of a person here.
Cool.
And you know what? Realistically, why bother being invisible at all anymore? I think that's run its course. I think Gabriel Sazal's just going to be visible now. Yeah.
This
let's
is
just do
Hans
that.
not wanting us to die.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I
also-
think,
Kill
I
us,
think
Hans.
that's fine.
And also, Hans did say we could use the alternative, the rule where we could spend 3 stamina to get a second action in combat.
Oh yeah, we can totally do
So-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
Good to
could try
know.
to.
Yeah. Let's see. Where's my
You should
stamina?
tell your
Yeah,
stamina to hit 0.
I have enough stamina. I'm gonna spend 3, and I'm gonna try again. Except to actually hit him now.
You got this.
Okay, let's strong strike this shit. Silver sword, random man.
Silver sword.
20.
real good. Real good. Okay. Dodging. Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Where's all
I
your
know.
fumbly rolls, Hans?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save them for later on where it's more dramatic.
What's
Oh,
this
okay,
shit,
okay.
Hans?
That's fair. That's fair.
Hey, this is a big vampire thing that we're doing. So the numbers are staying kind of high right now, but we'll see how things go.
bad.
So With that, Sizalt just like barely moves his head past the side of the sword.
I love him.
Yeah, and with that, it's Juna's turn to take a strike.
Go
Juna,
Juna.
be safe.
Go Juna.
Maybe, right? So Juna's going to jump in, and she's just got a knife, and she's a trained assassin, so her first goal is to come in for a killing blow. So I'm going to subtract. I'm actually just going to go for this as being like a
Go
heart
for the
strike.
head. Oh, okay,
Um,
nice. Heart strike.
Yeah,
so
let's see
minus
what
one
what's this going to cost me? Is it just -1 for the chest?
for chest. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It seemed like a good idea to her at the time, and she made the roll and made a 21.
It's good. It's
Okay.
good.
Dum, bum, bum. Come on. Why can't you be more like I want you to be? Okay, we'll do this. All right. Close. So Juna comes in and just like tries to bring this knife up under his chest, and he just like pulls to the side so the knife goes past to the other side, and he brings his arm down on top of her knife. So she's caught right behind him for purpose of anything that's going to happen next.
You're alone. I will bite his arm off.
Sila, you're up.
I'm going to try to take 2 swipes at him with Heartseeker.
Okay.
He's got all these ladies surrounding him, and Lupus is just
Mhm.
looking.
Oh my god, and I fumbled. Motherfucker.
Okay. Fumble's
So a
not that
10
bad,
and a
though.
17.
Okay, so the fumble's not bad. Nothing bad happens there. He easily dodges around. So the thing that's crazy is like when he's dodging, he's like moving his body so that Juna's getting pulled kind of like in the range of your strikes.
Hey,
So like you're like stabbing and Juna's getting pulled forward at the same time. It's kind of not great for that.
I'm gonna
So-
spend 3 stamina and try to attack again.
Let's do that.
And I'm gonna make a strong strike.
Ooh.
Okay, and if we do a fumble, the fumble's going to hit Juna. I'm just going to declare that now.
Okay.
It's be great. It's be fine.
yeah, punish my NPC. Why don't you?
Well, you know, everybody else is going to be doing away.
Hey!
That's going to be good stuff.
This I declared it for the chest, so it went ahead and did the -1 on it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Nice.
nice. Okay,
Still a
19.
fucking 19.
all right.
You
You
20, 21, 22, 23.
4?
I'll spend the 4 luck.
Yeah.
Nice.
let's do this.
First blood.
First blood, indeed. Okay. So
let
great
me
thing
do
about
the-
vampires, they're not really terribly damaged by anything, but we'll try. Okay. So we got 6. That's good
And I
stuff.
said chest. I don't know what that does.
You did. He's wearing no armor whatsoever.
Do I do target location?
No, because you
Oh, okay.
chose chest, so
Okay,
you should
cool.
be set there. Oh, I'm sorry. Vampires naturally have armor. That's cool.
So cool.
Yeah,
Love that.
that's what everybody wants to hear, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I have recorded the number. We are set there. Yeah.
But I didn't hit Juna.
You did
Good
not
job.
hit Juna at all. Totally fine on that note. So,
And now it's his turn, and I just hit him. So now I'm scared.
Yep. I don't want to look.
that's kind of a thing right now. Yeah. So, okay. I'm playing Abruxa. We're going to have some things happen. So we've got Juna behind. Sila is in front and maybe like slightly to the right, with Maggie like a little farther back and to the left. Lupa's in the back there, and Thrin is probably back and to the left of Lupa is what I'm imagining. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm not close.
Yeah, so I think we're going to be attacking with a claw slash at Sila.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
Fair is
We're going to
fair.
start with that. This is a high attack base, so he rolled a 28 to hit you. I know. No.
Yep, that hits.
Okay, and then I'm going to make a second claw slash. I'm going to go after Maggie.
Sure.
Okay.
A
numbers are large.
33? That is so
Ta-da.
silly. This is
Would you like to
so-
dodge that?
Sure, Hans. I'd
Okay.
love to.
You got to admit 24 is pretty good either way. That's
Yeah,
that's
at
something.
least it's not more than 10 or whatever.
Okay, I gotta roll a d10. This is Sila. Okay, a 4. That's Maggie with a 3. Hit locations. So these are both torso.
Mhm.
Okay, 19. Sila. 23. Maggie. Those are very large numbers of points you are taking as a damage
Yes.
as it claws at you.
I know I have
Oh,
some kind of
I'm hurt. I'm
armor.
hurt bad.
Oh no.
Yep.
guess I get the werewolf's armor, but I don't see any armor.
Let
So
me see what I see. Maybe werewolves have armor down below in the other set. Werewolves have 8 armor.
okay, so
Oh wait, that was a torso hit. I have armor.
Torso hit. You have
What is-
torso armor, yeah.
What does armor do? It just negates that amount of.
Yeah.
Take that much damage off.
but then
Mhm.
it's done.
I mean, I'm still hurt, but not 3 points worth of hurt.
Yeah.
It's good.
That only matters because I forgot that I had armor until this moment, and I've never used
Yeah.
it.
Huh? Yeah, this is way
And
more damage than we've seen so
I,
far.
the cool thing is I regenerate 5 hit points around, so I'm just gonna take 5 back since.
Nice.
Thanks. Thank you. And do they heal magically?
All right, good stuff. So Sazalt's turn is done, and we're going to move on to someone else. Is it Maggie?
Yeah. Okay, so, like, I would love to hit him. I would love to claw him back. Claw for claw, you know? Matching. That would be so cool. Yeah.
Let's do that.
And does he still kind of have Juna with his arm?
I think he had to let go of Juna in order to
Okay,
take 2
cool.
claw attacks, so I think that's not happening anymore.
Cool. Great. So I'm just gonna random. Just 19 and 18. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or I'm just rolling really shitty.
You're doing good. You're trying hard. It's just numbers.
Yeah, no.
Okay. High numbers back.
I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to re-roll both of those.
Okay.
Because stop it. Stop it.
Mhm.
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop
I'm going to
it.
keep those the same numbers, so.
Ugh. Nope, it's just not happening.
Okay. And you got to roll the fumble to make sure it doesn't go low enough you actually hit somebody else.
Okay.
Okay, we're good. We're doing okay on that note. So, who's up next? Is it Thrin and Lupa? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, it's the 2 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lupa's general concept right now is to just get the fuck in there with the sword.
Okay.
Um, so if you want to do something you would
Okay,
like Lupa to
I
not
will-
be in.
I will do that then.
Okay.
I was hoping not to have to bring out the big guns, but because the stamina drain. But it's looking like I'm gonna have to bring out the big guns. Hans, is there a way that I could, like, if I was to draw a line through this guy, can I position myself in a way that doesn't hit any of my friends? Well, drawing that
Sure.
line through him.
Sure,
Okay, good.
Let's do that.
In that case, I'm gonna cast a spell I haven't used yet. Alzur's Thunder, because Thrin is water and air based, because Skellige. So let me cast that real quick.
Nice.
This is
Only
going to be
20.
a fairly good idea, I gotta say. This is going to go real well.
Okay.
Okay, so you got a 20, and I've got a dodge.
I did. I rolled a
against
bunch
this.
of ones in that one.
Okay.
You know what?
Oh, you know what? Look
I
at
was
that.
gonna say I was gonna reroll, but
that.
I don't need to.
Look at that.
Yay!
All right, now
Okay.
let's see if he's set on fire.
This is pretty good at this point.
Depends on if you wanted the high or the low.
He's set on fire.
Okay.
Yay!
So this is going to go pretty good in that case. Let's talk about fire. I need to look up all my fire rules in the book and see how bad that is.
Yeah, it's not
Sources
good.
of damage. Where is that? Environmental effects. And I think it's under environmental effects. Maybe it's not. If anybody gets to fire before me, please let me know.
Yeah. Light, snow and ice, extreme heat, fighting in water,
I am going for the index, which of course did nothing for
set
me.
on fire. Yes. Okay, set on fire. Even if it doesn't set. Okay, no, that's just kidding. That's a thing. Big fire. I know at some point I knew what this was, and it's just been a while since I've had to look it up.
Yep. I know exactly what you mean.
Okay. Effect table. You are now engulfed in flames. Every turn you take 5 points of damage to every body location. Armor soaks the damage, but fire does 1 point of damage to armor and weapons every turn. To put out the fire, you must take a turn to either pour water on yourself or stop, drop, and roll.
Okay, so it's under effects. I see where you're
Yes.
at. Thank you very much. That's very good. Okay, well, great. That's going to go really well for everybody, and I know where that's at. I have to look up one other thing. So pardon me as I ignore you all for just a second longer.
And you gotta roll how much he fails by, because I might do extra damage if it's, like a crit or something.
Okay, I will check that. And then... Where do I find this thing?
Just a
About this
bolt of
stuff.
lightning. Just crackle, ka-chow.
So how's that Grinding Coffee Co. company? Coffee?
Well, I finished it.
Oh, that's already? That's a good sign.
I finished it
Perfect. That's what I need
a
to find.
while ago. It's got like
That sounds like a good advertisement for coffee.
You drank it lightning quick.
no,
Ooh,
no,
wow.
no, no,
What
no,
we've been party
no,
to.
no,
Look at
no,
this. And
no.
also, thank you to The Sun Will Never Shine for making sure I actually get the page reference. That's very helpful. I do love the fact that there have been so many versions of this book. My page is one page different than yours, but maybe that's the physical page. Okay.
Yeah, it's the
Long
physical
story
page,
short-
161.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's physical page 161. It's right. Thank you. Okay. I got everything I needed to out of that. It's super bad for Sazalt. Everyone should rejoice. And
Good.
we just wanna check to see.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, what did you want me to
That
check
was
Lindsay,
worth
to
the
see if it was
15
extra
stamina
bad?
drain.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
You asked me to make a check on something, and I don't remember what it was.
You have to roll the crit fumble to see how much, if it goes by like more than a certain amount of dodge failure, it does
I'm
more
sorry.
damage.
You have a very good point, because I've been the one harping on everybody else doing that this whole time.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no, just 14. So 14 versus 20. Does that get you a crit?
I think that's a minor crit.
I think you need 7, right?
I think that's
Yeah,
the
you need
big
7.
crit. 7 for the minor crit?
Uh,
Okay.
7 for the minor. So unless you want to add one with luck.
You know what? I'll spin that one luck.
Yeah, get
Hell
him.
I'll take
yeah.
that. I'll do that.
Okay.
go
all right.
by. Go away, luck.
If you're a giant monster and you're going to get hit, you better get hit hard. So, okay, simple crit, you got to roll 2d6.
Aw. Be something good.
Nice.
Fine.
9 is the cracked ribs. The blow cracked your ribs, making it painful to breathe and exert strength. You take a -2 to body, but it does not affect health points. That's
Okay.
not bad. That's not bad.
Nice.
It's not like you want the vampire to be any stronger.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Okay, so I've got that noted. And now, are we on Lupus' turn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't need to cast anything else.
Okay, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna try to hit him again.
Hit him.
Now that he's on fire.
I just feel like
Please.
we should definitely hit him.
This
is the one.
So, question.
He's a bright, shiny target now.
Big question. Potions. Do they take? How much of my action do they take to have a potion?
Okay, that's another thing I would have to read, but I will look into it quickly for you. I think it's just an action if you're doing a thing, but I'm not sure. Actions. Pick up, draw a weapon or item. I think it's just a use, which is going to be a normal action.
Okay.
But you could spend the 3 stamina to do an attack afterwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that. I'm gonna, because I have this potion.
Might as well use it.
I have the Thunderbolt potion. It
Oh
gets
yeah.
plus 3 damage on physical attacks for 15 rounds. It does bring me up to 75% toxicity, but it's fine.
I mean,
Witcher,
as long as
that's
that's the only
like no
potion you're
toxicity.
drinking.
Yeah, we're cool. And now we're gonna attack. Let me hit you.
Let me hit.
And go through all of these things. 24 to
Nice.
25.
Those are
That's
good.
pretty good.
We're doing much better here. Let's
possible.
do these. Okay.
It's
dodge
possible.
1, ouch.
Fuck off.
Dodge 2, dodge 2 is great.
Oh,
you know-
you hit him.
I hit him once.
That's better than not at all.
Yeah.
That's been our streak.
That's fair. That's fair. Things are moving in the right direction. So with that,
Oh my god.
okay,
Yeah, so that's
okay.
17, which is very low for me actually. Well, that.
yeah.
But yeah, so that's 17 points of damage.
And then you gotta add the silver, right?
I already
36.
did. It's all calculated.
Oh,
now.
okay, okay.
Nice.
I assume that every time I'm using the silver sword is against a monster. So I
That's
just
fair.
put it in there.
Yeah, I just thought a regular sword did more damage than that. I guess.
Silver sword does 1d6.
Oh,
And then
it's the
additional
silver that does the-
3d6 on
okay.
top.
Okay.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I don't play Witcher. I just watch Witchers fight real good and go, wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, so silver is not a susceptibility for being a what's it called? A
Is it
vampire.
not?
It's not. Vampires suck.
Surprising.
They're not
What the
susceptible to any of
fuck?
the
I
good
thought it
monster stuff.
was.
You have to remember there's a reason that Witchers don't like fighting vampires because they suck. So
Nice.
with that,
Because they do.
I think we're on Juna's turn.
You want a
and-
black blood potion if you do that? Look
Mm.
how toxic I am. Am not snack. Don't eat, please.
Yeah. So
He's probably
Juna,
gonna want to eat me. I know.
only because he's using it as a scapegoat right now.
Yeah.
So
He'll kill the
and
rest
did you add
of
your
us
plus?
first.
Did you add your +3 damage that you just said you had? Or
Oh
was
no,
that
I
Yeah.
did not. So that's 20 on
20.
top of that.
Okay, nice.
So that's
nice.
yeah, that's 20.
Instead of 17.
Cool. So with that, Juna's going to go for that same strike she did before,
Yeah.
but
Go.
is she going to go for the heart? I don't know if she's going to go for a heart strike here. That may not be as... What if she stabs him like the side of the neck? Seems like a
Headshot's
mean
triple
thing to do.
damage.
Headshot.
And it's -5, but it's triple damage.
Yeah, -6 it says in
Or
this.
6.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a
It's a lot.
-6 because what are the chances she's going to hit anyways? It's going to have to be a crit. Okay, that's very unlikely to happen. So let's yeah. All right. But you know what? She tried. Okay, it's Sila's turn.
I'm going to hit him twice again.
Mhm.
Or attempt to.
Sila kicked off being the first one to actually damage Gabriel Cizal here. So,
True.
okay.
I'm going to spend 3 stamina and try to do it again.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do a strong strike and try to strike at his torso again, like I did before.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Okay. And nope, that's not what I want. That's push the wrong button. Okay. Oh,
Okay. Yeah.
all right.
That makes
All right.
sense.
So this last part, we had Lupa come in and hit firmly against Cizalt. He flinched back at this large cut across the chest, and then now we had Juna trying to strike in, Sila making several very fierce strikes, just nothing connecting right away. But I think that we're kind of turning Cizalt's back towards Maggie because everybody's been striking in that direction. So I'm gonna lower his dodge against Maggie in this next round.
Nice.
Get
So Maggie,
he goes
Cheatham.
before me.
oh, that's a good point. I should do that first.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Kiana, do you want to dial that back, or do you want to just say that we went for torso? Because
We'll just go for torso.
Yeah.
All right.
Made sense.
Yep.
I just
Yep.
realized. I was like, whoops.
I kind of did as I was saying. I'm like, oh, well, we'll keep going. Just roll with it. Okay, so since he has turned away from Maggie, he has turned towards Sila and Juna is the direction I've been describing here. So Sila and Juna, Cizalt is going to take his full turn to project a cone of compressed sound, much like we had happen in the
Ooh.
balcony scene. So with that, we need to make a DC 16 repositioning roll.
That's athletics, right?
Yes.
Oh, I just made
Nice.
it.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, and also fine. So the good news is you're not going to take 5d6 damage,
Yeah.
That's
but you do need
good.
to make a physique check to see if you're going to get knocked back 4 meters.
Don't fail both. I learned that the hard way.
Okay, so you're both getting knocked back 4 meters. So you're going to run up against the wall. Thrin, what do you usually do when you do wall damage? Is it just a d6?
It's a d6. Yeah.
Okay.
For impact
Uh,
damage, basically.
Everyone enjoy 1d6 impact damage, Juna and Sila.
It's got a specific name. It's ramming damage.
Ramming damage.
Love
okay.
to be rammed.
Well, as long as somebody clips it, we're all okay. And then we're going to move on to Maggie's turn.
Okay, I've got
yes.
5 more HP back. What I would like to do, because obviously hitting him is not going well for the ginormous lycanthrope. Damn little slippery vampires. So I want to grab him and I want to like get on top of him on the ground. How would I go about doing this?
I think that's a grapple.
I was gonna say that sounds like a grapple.
Cool. How?
So let's
How
go
do?
into this.
Athletics?
It's under a brawl,
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, I'm grabbing
I
the
think.
special attacks here.
There's a thing for it specifically. As
Okay, so
opposed to
you
melee
want a
grapples
grapple, which can go into a pin. So you're going to start with a grapple, and to do that, they're going to get a
It might
minus
be
to everything.
athletics.
So yeah, you roll brawling versus them rolling dodge escape. That's how we start out with a grapple.
Cool.
Brawling. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Should I click one thing in particular? Because Fast Strike always does two.
Let's see. Strong strike gives
Strong?
you -3 when we do it, though, right? Because we're not Lupa.
Yeah.
Why don't we go ahead and roll the strong, and then we'll just mentally add 3? Does that work?
Okay,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. That's easy.
Oh, no, I know what to do.
So 22.
Okay, so you've got a 22, and I said that we're at a -2 to block against Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
So here's this. Oh, on the money. Let's
Okay.
see. Who wins the tie though?
Oh
The
no,
person
shit! Because
acting
we had
with
had
That's
3 to her, so
22.
she's at 22.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. I'm not paying enough attention. That's my fault. Okay, cool. So you have grappled, which means that right now Cezalt's at a -2 to all physical actions.
Yay! That seemed worth it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
So I've got him. Now I would like to try and bite
Uh-huh.
him. So can I spend
Oh.
stamina?
He's cooking, so
Yeah.
it might
Yeah.
be tasty.
Oh, that's another good point. Yeah, Maggie's maybe going to take fire damage at some
That's
point here. But
fine.
let's start with the fact that you've got to spend 3 stamina to take
Yeah.
a bite attack.
No, this is hot. He's on fire. I jump on him and I'm gonna bite
Yeah.
him.
And you regenerate 5,
Yeah.
so that's all the fire damage is. So,
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, and if it makes you feel better, it doesn't seem to be a particular vulnerability of werewolves to be on fire, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
Awesome.
And now he can't stop, drop, and roll because he's just pinned.
Yeah.
Speaking about on your
Okay,
turn
let me.
stuff.
I'm
Okay,
gonna bite him now. Now I'm
I
gonna.
made a tactical error on his behalf that's going to really benefit all of you, so that's great.
Yay.
Huzzah!
I want to bite. So I'm gonna do the strong strike again. Again, remember to add 3. Because I don't have time to deal with it.
Okay,
Bite.
Let's
bite,
do this.
Bite! Only 17. I might. Oh, 20. That's right. It's 20.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yes!
well, you're doing great.
I'm
So
gonna
he is-
bite you! I'm gonna bite!
Mhm.
I bite! I bite real good!
Nice.
Okay, we're doing good. I don't think that's something that anyone would particularly enjoy. At this point, Cezalt no longer looks human.
Yeah.
He has very dark gray skin, pointed fingers. His skin tone is like a black, like a marble black. So very like, dark, almost like a blue, really more than a black. His hair, similarly very dark black, and his eyes are like tiny pricks of firelight in the distance.
It's hard to
So
tell because of all the other fire going on.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
look.
that's right. And generally very emaciated, but right now also on fire. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Good,
with all
good.
that going on and being bitten for a large amount of damage, okay.
Oh, that does. I doubt he can bleed, but it's bleed 75%.
Yeah, he is immune to bleed.
Okay.
unfortunately.
He
So
might. I
that's
thought he
no-
might be.
you know. I just thought I'd mention it.
Uh-huh. Okay, we've got all this going on, and Cezalt is effectively pinned on the ground, being bitten by Maggie the werecat. So who is up next? Are we going to go Lupa or Thren?
You can go.
Sure, yeah, I'll
Yes.
go.
It's that, or I just go. Hold on. Let me just put another lightning right here. Here's right through the floor. So
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
get him while he's down.
Yeah, Lupa is still up in there, so they're gonna take advantage of the pinning, and try to. I'm gonna target right for the head. 'Cause
Okay.
Go for it.
Nice.
And we know that fumbling means hitting Maggie, so we're good with that.
That's hit
Yeah.
me.
Mhm.
Hit me.
Yeah,
Silver sword. That's
Is
all.
there advantage to being prone or disadvantage to being prone?
He's got a -2 for all this stuff.
Okay.
Oh, additionally for being prone.
Yeah.
That's a good point. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
because is it easier to hit a prone target?
Well, I've got the in-depth combat, which is somewhere you never want to go if you don't have to. But let's see.
Prone is 163.
Target is pinned. No, the target's not actually pinned. I appreciate having a research partner on this, by the way, Lindy, just so... I've
Yes,
said
of course.
that
Okay,
out
prone. You take 2 to attack and defense rolls until you move action to stand up. No, I guess it's just he's easier to hit because his defense is lower.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I was
all
wondering
right.
if there's
So that's that
anything
too.
else. Oh, it needs just more movement to stand up.
Hmm.
You take a move action to stand up, and you can take your remaining action and move as far as you normally would have after standing, if you'd like.
Okay, there we go. So Lupa,
Yeah.
you
This
have
is
the
your-
roll all queued up.
Yeah. Let's go. Silver sword. I would like to try to hit his head.
Okay.
Several times. 17 out of 16.
17, 16.
Okay. I'm gonna spend one of those rerolls.
You
because
sure you don't want me to roll this first?
roll it first, but I'm pretty
Okay.
sure we'll have to do this.
Okay, here we go. 1,
Oh,
Oh,
2.
okay. No, I'm
Oh.
gonna, I'm gonna
Oh.
spend
Luck.
luck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will-
yeah. See, that wasn't
Yeah.
so bad. There's some
Okay.
advantages to this whole pinning philosophy. It's great.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm spending luck. I'll push both of them. I'll push both of them up.
Okay, so let's get some damage going.
Okay, let's do that. Damage. So swords. 11 and 12.
Real good, real good.
Oh, plus
And
3 on
roll
both of
one.
them. So that's
Oh, yeah.
14 and 15.
14, 15.
And then whatever that is with head.
oh,
Oh, you triple it.
Oh yeah.
So 14 plus 15 is 29 times 3. So like 57?
87.
Oh, yeah, 87 because 90. Yeah, sorry.
Uh huh.
87.
Uh huh.
Holy shit!
And this is why you don't want to get
There's
hit in the
math.
head in The Witcher.
Okay.
It's
So
real
we're doing
bad.
some-
Lupa! Holy shit!
Well, here's my bad news. We don't have Rosen here to jump in at last minute for a spirit. But the good news is I don't have any ability to fudge that math where it's going to sound any better. I think the team up attack here has worked
Just
really
stabbing
well.
him in the head repeatedly.
Setting, just so we're clear, setting the vampire on fire was a really, really good move.
Really? Oh,
that
good.
Was, they're really not good at being set on fire. Pinning
Good.
the vampire down so that he couldn't move anymore. Excellent choice. And also making several strikes to the head. I mean, that's just generally very, very good idea. But let's not forget that Silo was the first person
Yeah,
to
thank
actually
you,
get
thank
Gabriel's
you.
result.
Yes.
we
First
all
blood,
got
first blood.
some.
We
We all
all
got
got
some
Everyone
hits
except
result.
Juna contributed very heavily to this.
She was a great distraction.
She was a great
Yeah.
distraction.
Yeah.
So is this the end of
Does
Gabriel's
Lupa
result?
decapitate Gabriel's result?
Well, do you think that Lupa was going for a decapitation? Is that where we're
Yes,
going?
because Lupa
Okay.
wants evidence.
Ah.
Cool. So let's find out if there's anything I need to know about like vampires exploding when they get killed or anything. I don't think there is.
I don't think
I'm,
so.
I'm just looking through this real quickly here.
I think you got like a major crit on that. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Like,
I think it's going really good. Yeah, I'm looking through this. Nothing weird. Their bodies don't dissolve or anything like that. So Gabriel's result in natural form is lying here on the ground. When you cut at his throat, there was no blood. And yeah, he just stops moving in Maggie's werecat arms.
Yeah, I think at that point, Lupa
take
just
the
kinda-
recovery action.
Yeah, Lupa is gonna take the recovery action real quick because
I need stamina back. 1, 2, 3. Better.
I imagine it's like both of you sitting down heavily on the floor at this point. Is that where we're at?
yeah, probably.
Yeah, just taking a breather. Like, wow, that was intense.
Juna slides a knife into the sheath and just like pushes her hair back like this and
Lupa looks at the others. You
Wow.
doing okay?
Just a bit tired. That lightning, it takes a lot out of you. Are there any vampire reagents we could harvest that you could use? potions or anything?
I have no idea, but probably yes.
I'll help you with that. Just
Vampires have tons of very valuable body
Yeah, they
parts,
do.
apparently.
Good.
What's our alchemy harvesting roll here? How do we do that again?
isn't it like a crafting or something?
Probably. I remember we
alchemy?
did it once and it wasn't that.
No, or was it survival? I don't know. It's something.
I think mine was Witcher because that's
Witcher,
just
that
what
makes
I
sense.
roll for
Yeah.
everything.
You know, I mean, it's kind of a hack, but really, realistically, how much time do we want to spend on that? Let's do a Witcher training roll.
23.
Okay. There will be vampire harvesting. I've got a whole list of stuff. I'm just going to drop this in chat. You can just roll a whole bunch of dice and figure out how much stuff you get.
Cool. Whee.
Me.
So enjoy that. Yeah. So the body is kind of on fire.
Yeah. I'll
That
just
might be a
pat it.
small
I'll just
drawback.
like if there's. Imagine he's got a nice fancy rug in here. Just throw it over to smother and then pull it back.
Okay, and there's just a large like plume of dust that comes up off of the rug because everything in here has that gentle disarray.
Good first blood, Zyla.
I think Scylla is still is like sitting on the ground too now. Is just like beat to hell and just holds up a thumbs up. It's just like I did my best.
I got some stamina back. I feel a little bit after that brief sit down here, and I'll just give her put my hand on her knee as she's probably sitting cross-legged, and then bump magical healing. But let me make sure I don't fumble if I do have a bunch of rerolls. So I'm just gonna be like, no, you get so much magical
So much
healing.
healing.
You get 9 times 3, 18 back.
Oh great, nice.
How's Mega doing in werecat form
Wait.
still? What's going on over there?
That's a good question. What's everybody been focused on in the last few seconds? Like
Healing
just sitting down, like taking
Scylla.
this all in, taking pieces off of a vampire. I feel like there's been a little bit of that
Oh,
going
27. Yeah.
on. So I think some time has passed. I don't know that Juna and Maggie are on the scene right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hold on.
Okay.
What all these pluses plus
There's so
that,
many
Oh, yeah.
buttons to push.
plus that.
Also, Lupa probably took the head. Pretty. Is there a family signet ring anywhere or any other
Yes.
thing that says this is Gabriel's result?
Well, how'd you do on that mundane items roll?
Ooh.
Let's see how that goes. Okay, so Maggie's got a very good roll there. So, how do we do on mundane items? What do we think that's going to look like? Because I think those will be vampire or person impersonation trappings.
Well, gotta roll all of those. That was.
Oh, you can
what's
just roll
this-
the last one.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
just
roll
a
that
D6.
last one.
Later.
One.
Okay. That's the one thing you've got. So you've got a vampire family signet ring that's slightly melted from being on fire, but not terribly melted. And yeah,
Yeah. I just need enough evidence to go. This was a vampire. Gabriel's result was a vampire.
yeah.
The ruby
Yeah.
stole. Who was Gabriel's result?
Was a
Was a
vampire.
vampire.
Have to put all three of them together.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So that's going on. So you've got the ring, you've got the head, you've got vampire parts. You turn around to look at how Maggie's doing. Maggie is gone. Juna is gone.
I'm sure Juna's got it handled.
Maggie? Huh.
Or she's eating Juna. I don't know. I don't think she would, but. Mhm.
I think
Yep.
Silas stands up and goes to like the way that Maggie had come in and sort of follows that around to go out the back and just sees if she can find Maggie. But when she can't, she like makes her way outside. She just calls out after Maggie, just calling out after her and not having any answer. And she just sort of stands there lost.
After a second, Rosent, who is Gramelin, walks over and says, "What are you doing yelling?"
Did you see Maggie come out here?
"Yes." "And the other one?"
Did they run off?
"Yes."
Of course they did. Yeah, Scylla just stands there with her hands in her pockets. Everything's taken care of. We killed him.
"Good job. No one came up to the gate."
You don't have to whisper anymore, Gamelin. It's taken care of.
I thought this was a stealth operation. I thought we were trying to be quiet.
Well, it's taken care of now. He's dead.
Well, there's still neighbors, aren't there? I mean, are you going to continue trumpeting around? That doesn't sound very much like
Then-
Rosent. I'll try that harder.
Neighbors are going to know that their neighbor was a vampire.
I'm sorry, your plan is to tell people that the nobleman you killed was a vampire, so there's no reason for them to worry.
We have proof.
Gramelin walks around and says, "Scylla, you have a witcher that's cursed and a sorceress."
And no proof of that.
"I need to stay here."
Do what you want, Gamelin. And she just turns and walks back inside.
Cool.
Since she walks back inside, she just says Maggie's gone.
All right. Kind of looks out for a bit and sees probably Scylla's expression. What does Scylla look like right now in terms of how she's feeling?
Scylla looks very heartbroken.
I think Lupa will put a hand on Scylla's shoulder very as gently as they can. And as much comforting as they can.
I think Scylla appreciates it. Scylla knows what they're trying to do, and they appreciate it. But they look very. It's not helping any, you know.
Right. We should go tie everything up, I guess.
Go to the solemn writ and see Madrelava and get your life taken care of, Lupa.
Is there like a red stole in this house anywhere?
So you're looking for an actual stole in this Assault house somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you go walk
I want to
around
gift wrap
the-
the head.
Oh, nice.
It's a good search and roll.
Do
Do
that.
you want to walk around and make a deduction roll? Does that sound good?
Sure. Yeah.
How
I'll
about
make a
or an
deduction.
awareness roll? Either one sounds
We'll
good.
just go around and just gift wrap it in the
Why not?
17.
There's like a red cravat. How about that?
Yeah, I guess it'll do.
Okay.
Just wanna gift wrap that head so it looks all nice and it's like the ruby stole when we unravel it.
You
Or
want
if there's
more-
a
more
like
cravat?
a white stole, I can dip it in the blood and make it a ruby stole.
Well, that's super gross. So I'm gonna say yes to that. So yes, maybe like a red, like a very wide scarf.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, all right. And I'll just Bronwyn's gust it dry real quick. All right, because we don't want to carry it dripping. We're gonna
Blood
be going
spatter
through
all
town.
over the wall. Cool.
Yeah,
cool.
it's not my house. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then just gift wrap it, tie a nice little bow on top. Here,
Okay.
it's gift wrapped now.
So
Alright.
where are you all going to deliver this?
to Marjorie Alvin. Solemn writ.
Okay.
Knock knock.
It's the middle of the night, so of course we know that things are going well there. There's a lot of people, there's a lot of activity, sounds you can hear from outside, raucous. And as you continue into the building, there's a couple people by the door. They just
I'll
kind
get
of
to
like
meet her.
chin nod at you.
I think
Mhm.
Scylla doesn't go. Scylla splits off and goes to what's it called? The Cracked Heart.
Craft harp. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lupa's limping. There's a lot of blood on their shoes. But they just walk right in. They're not going to really acknowledge anybody else.
No, it's a very Witcher vibe. You walk to the back. People are side-eyeing you, but nobody's really looking at you directly as you continue towards the back where there's that long table where Marjorie Lalvin's sitting there, and she's got the 2 remaining assassins there next to her. Miriam, the one who gives you like the really fierce eyes, and then the other one whose name I never remember, who just kind of stands there. She has a name.
Anika?
Yeah.
Annika. I never remember her name. It's impossible. So with that, they're just standing there, and they're doing like a very like one step back, arms crossed pose. So they've got like a good little dynamic going. Marjorie Lalvin sits comfortably at this table. She's got her hair like long and brushed back down her back, and she's definitely holding court. She has like a half glass of wine in front of her, and well, you're still alive.
It just puts the package on the table.
And it falls open, and she says, "What am I supposed to do with that?"
Well, it's just proof.
Of
Your
what?
ruby stool was a vampire disguised as Gabriel Sazalt. And like holds up the signet ring, will not put it down on the table.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I guess I should have known that if I asked a Witcher to go find a killer, they'd bring back a monster.
Well,
She turns to Miriam, who puts a nice broadsheet on the table in front of you. It has a drawing of Maggie on it. It said "Wanted for murder," and it just says, "I don't even remember what name you gave before, so I don't even know what we have here for this." Maggie
was
and
awful.
Brockvar or something
It
like
was.
It was Lynn and Brockvar.
Lynn and
Lynn
Brockvar.
and Brockvar. Thank you. So the name on this says Maggie, aka Lynn and Brockvar, aka the Ruby Stole.
Hey, nice.
She says, "I got that about an hour ago." Well, let's say 30 minutes ago. That sounds more reasonable.
Because I'm ginger.
There
Oh,
we
look
go.
at the walls doing a bit of framing.
Isn't that fun?
Clever.
So
Wouldn't
if
have
you want to go take
expected
another
it.
try at it,
I think I've already solved your problem. And
we
think-
had an agreement.
I took care of your ruby store.
And she slides the paper closer to you. This says differently.
Oh, well, maybe if you just give it a bit of time, you'll see that the killings have stopped. Well, except for one. If anyone in the Vol family dies, don't pay attention to it.
Not in
Well,
Specifically, the Vol family.
I was waiting for that memo to get to you. Okay, Lupa.
Oh, and
We-
I'll pull
we
out a
already
bunch
made
of
this.
papers that I've been writing about Gabriel Sazalt. If you've noticed, he murdered his first wife, his second wife, his third wife. Journal entry. He was seeing this woman who was murdered. Fancy how they're all tied to Gabriel Sazalt, who is now dead.
You realize you're in a bar, don't you? This is
I realize
not
that's.
a court. We're not
I'm just
here to
letting you
convict
know.
the killer. I told you to go take care of the Ruby Stole,
And it's been.
and this is a
taken care of.
vampire.
Alupa is going to put hand down on the table and lean in. And just go. It's very interesting that you, of all people, would be taken by such propaganda brought by noble people.
Look,
That-
she leans forward now. Her hands are like
Yeah.
on the table. She's very active. She says, "Your friend just ran away with one of my best assassins. Go kill her. Bring her head back. If you bring Juna's head back, I'll throw 1,000 gold in on top."
Sorry, it's out of my jurisdiction now. You said to deal with the Ruby Store and the killings in the city. You didn't say
I'm gonna
anything about
need-
going beyond.
I need at least one more killing for this to be solved.
That wasn't part of the terms and agreement, from what I heard. And
Yes.
it sounds like your assassin ran away, so that's not really our problem. do you have benefits package? Maybe if they had benefits or something, like, you know, employment is, you know, retirement.
Just so we're clear, this isn't solved to my satisfaction.
I look at Lupa with a look of like, do you want me to smite her with lightning? Because I will smite her with lightning right here and then teleport out of
Ren
town
is
before the
at
witch hunters
that
get here.
level.
like she's like, I don't need to ever come back to Novigrad if I teleport out and be like,
Yeah. You can only teleport with one person, correct? Or-
with only myself, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean,
I'm in.
here's an anti-magic pin. They won't be able to detect you. Zap. Bye.
Yeah.
I just give that look of like,
Yeah, and I said, I don't think you're ever going to be satisfied with anything that I do.
maybe that's why Judah left. Impossible standards.
He says you're right. This was a trap the whole time. I just wanted you to get killed. Just like every time I've sent you on a job, Lupa. It never works out the way I want.
Well, and they're just going to take the head now, kind of very loosely grasping the ends of the scarf. I'll go take my business elsewhere. I think
don't
I
know
was just
how much
concluded.
longer. Yeah, I don't know how much longer I'm going to live, Lupa, since I don't have your... Since I'm not you. Let's just start with that. But, as long as I'm alive, don't show your face in Novigrad.
Doesn't seem like much of a problem.
Kind of just shrugs, and will take the head and the signet ring and look to Stren. Yes, her Skellige's nice this time of year.
Oh, it's lovely.
As you
You think
exit
Rosa would want to
on-
come?
Where did that guy go to?
in a long time. And as you exit the solemn rip, Miriam, the assassin, comes up and pushes the door closed behind you, so that we get the shot of like her standing with one hand on her hip and like pushing the door closed as
Yes.
Lupa and Thrin fade out into the distance. So here's my question: are we ready to start hitting our wrapping scenes and find out where everybody's gone?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna propose we start with Scylla, but do we want to start with Maggie instead? What's the thought there?
Oh, start with Scylla. I will just say Scylla finds, I feel like, a paper airplane in her window or something. If she goes back to her parents, if she doesn't, then she doesn't find it. But all it says is sorry. It says nothing else.
Yeah, I think Scylla goes to the Cracked Heart and spends the night with Sasha. She does go back to her parents and finds the paper airplane, and she throws it away after she sees the note. And I don't think she ever performs Maggie the Cat again.
That's fair. That's fair. Mm-hmm.
But she stays in Novigrad. She works out things with Eldon, which means that she just keeps turning him down every chance she gets.
Does he really understand what no means in that whole
No.
scenario? He's
No,
never heard
not
that
at
from
all.
anyone
He's
other than
never heard
Scylla.
it
So
from anyone but Scylla. But I think
Yeah.
she keeps up. She starts working with her parents as a spy, and I think she keeps up a relationship with Sasha.
how awkward is it when Sasha and Eldon are like in the same room?
She tries not to let that happen.
But we have to have at least one Twilight moment where that does happen. So how awkward is that?
Oh, it's very awkward.
Okay.
But I don't think it's awkward to Eldon. I think Eldon doesn't get it.
He's just totally immune. Like he's just a big hunk of meat. He doesn't get the idea.
Yeah, he
That's
doesn't
great.
understand.
There's literally a quote about that.
Yep.
Sasha's like bouncing daggers with his eyes off of his back.
Yeah.
Great. Wonderful. I love that. Okay. Let's talk about Thrin. What's Thrin's plan here?
Thrin's plan, check on Rosen, 'cause he's our sweet spear boy. But after that, she can scry. That's her plan, is check on that way.
Let's
She's
talk
gonna
about
go.
Rosen. Do we want to go through that?
Yes!
What the
What's
fuck is she
going
up
on with
to?
Rosen? Just tell us.
Look, so you remember that scene where somebody was having like a real interesting role play about being the Ruby Stoll in the guest house with Igar and Iona? That went fine up until the point where Rosen tried to interrupt them, thinking that he was saving someone from something, and Rosen got timed out by Igar and Iona's guards and had to sit in their guardhouse over the night, which is why you never saw him during that whole scene.
Buddy.
Yeah, so he had a real time, and now what's happened is after all this has gone on, Gramelin actually went back for Rosent, and they are off adventuring somewhere in Novigrad at this point.
Wrestling.
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 And because we've gone with that, I mean, why not make it canon like we all want our fanfiction to go?
Yay!
Additionally, I want to point out that every once in a while, like, you know, or when he went back, you know, Gremlin just said, you realize they've all forgotten you exist, right? And Rosen just like kind of had to gesture around. It's still sitting in the guardhouse and took it at that.
Listen, they're just really busy.
It's very fair.
I think Scylla told Rosen that if he wanted a job as a guard, he could work for her family. It was no problem whatsoever.
I
At
love
least
the idea
Nyla
of
would be able to
adventuring.
follow up on him.
Yeah.
I want to say that if we ever have a spinoff, there's like Gramelin who's like being a like doppelganger and like getting some information from somebody while Rosen stands outside in the dark. Like, you know, there's like fog and he's like standing here like this bodyguarding.
I am not suspicious. I am a generic guard. Generic guard man.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Thrin goes back to the Pie and Beer Inn, pick up Kari. And that's when she scries on Rosen to see that he and Gramelin are adventuring together. And she's like, oh, and she's just touched. And she's gonna take Kari, if Kari is willing, back to Skellige with her to teach her magic, because magic's fine in Skellige still. They don't give two shits what everybody else in the continent thinks about anything, really.
Yeah, I think that sounds pretty good to Corey, who's just like a girl who has no home and no family, and also has the curse of being magical in Redania. So yeah.
Yeah. We'll take a nice boat ride to Skellige and live in my little house on the rocky seashore and live that good Skellige mage teacher life now. She's the teacher now, which is weird to her. But nice.
That's good stuff. Now, I have to ask, this being The Witcher, my impulse is to close out with Lupa, but do we want to close out with Maggie? Where do we want things to go in order?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Because God willing, Lupa just retires. Fingers crossed. So the first thing, the only thing on Maggie's mind is killing Joseph Fall. Do literally whatever it takes, and is probably the only sign Scylla ever gets otherwise, you know, is when that goes out. If it goes out, I
This is
think
our wrap. You know what happens.
Oh,
we can just
great.
say it happens.
Great, yes, I killed Joseph Fall.
Yeah.
And
how does that
thus-
happen? Is it noisy in public? Is it like very subtle? What's it like?
No, you know what? And we give it enough time where they've let down their defenses just a little to make it hurt even more.
Uh-huh.
And then Juna and I run away somewhere far from Novigrad, do petty thievery to get by, till we find a nice little house somewhere.
And murder everybody inside and take it for yourselves.
No!
All right,
Maybe.
well,
No. No.
but that was probably Juna's first suggestion.
Yes.
Just buy it with the money that you used, that you
Yes.
got back.
I took all
by-
your money!
You took all of the money.
Your money!
It's okay. I'm
Yes,
balling.
we know you're flush with cash. Yes, I took all the money.
I'll take care of Lupa. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
So that worked out well.
Yeah.
So, should we talk about Lupa?
Yeah. So Lupa does say, make sure to say bye to Scylla. Tells her that
Oh, yeah.
if she ever needs a witcher, they're around. Just maybe not in Novigrad. And then they head out. They tell Thrin that they'll meet up in Skellige, but they need to tie up a few things. They wander around for a while until they find fucking Lorenz wherever he got lost in season 1 before we even started that season because he got lost. Replaced by a doppelganger.
Which was great.
Probably finds him just chilling in a town. And grabs him again. And then they make sure to sell off what bits of the vampire they have and use in however ways. Probably make sure to make it known to at least Silas family who the ruby store was, with Gabriel's result, partially melted signet ring. And after wandering for a bit, they eventually make their way with Lorenz to Skellige, and get a little cottage,
Yeah.
right next door to Thrin.
You don't wanna live with me? That's fine. I see.
You're busy with the students.
And a goat. I have a goat
And a
now
goat.
too. Yes.
And
And Lucifer.
they just chill out. They retire. Finally.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Good time to settle down too, right? Right before the war really like strikes up upon the shore and everything. I think Lupa is like the example of the Witcher that actually did just retire instead of getting embroiled and all that.
And I think you see the silver sword and the steel sword up on the mantle place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think is that it?
I think that's it.
Did we make it?
I think we made it. The queerest
Good show.
Witcher show
On
on the internet.
I mean, that's a good challenge for people to meet in the future.
They could
Amazing.
try, I guess.
I mean, we made all of our NPCs also queer.
Yep.
Yeah, fight me.
Or dead. I mean,
Or
dead.
dead.
Queer or
There
dead.
are 2 options here. Queer or dead.
You better pick one.
Or rather, it's queer, dead, or evil.
Yeah.
Well, you can pick 2, I guess.
You can pick 2.
It's like that triangle. You can only pick 2, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
It's like you either have to be this one or this one. You can't be all 3.
Right. Let's go around and say hello and goodbye to our lovely cast. Tell us who they are. We can find them on the internet for future things. Hopefully we'll have them back here at some point. But for now, this is goodbye, which is wild. We've been doing this since the beginning of our channel,
Yeah,
really.
this was our first tabletop show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's start
Crazy.
off with our token man, our lovely GM Hans.
Hey, I'm Hans. I will be found on the internet if people want to do that. And otherwise, yeah, this has always been such a fun game. Period. Such a good group. So many fun stories.
Couldn't do it without you, Hans. Literally, like you're just here rolling with our punches, and oh bullshit.
That's how you do a game.
That's how you do a game. Yeah, and let's go over to Katie. Hello, Katie.
Hi everyone. You can find me on the internet at Katie Face. I also play games through the week over on Off the Table. That's off_the_table on Twitter and Twitch. I'm also a GM for Magpie. I have a ticket available for my game on Thursday of Bluebeard's Bride. Unfortunately, everything else is sold out, but I'll be running more games next month in December. Games of Masks and maybe some more Bluebeards. That's where you can find me.
Yay.
Nice.
All right, and Mindy.
That's me. This was so much fun. I really enjoyed getting to flex some sorceress muscles. Magic in The Witcher is kind of cool. It's interesting. It's different. Now I've played a peasant, mage, and a healer, so I'm just gonna try to dabble and all the things. And I love it. I love The Witcher. I loved our group. It was very interesting. We kicked that vampire's butt. It took us a bit, but we did it.
We got it.
And no one died in the process. But yeah, and I liked everyone's little wrap ups. I think they were nice. It was just I love it. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. I am addicted to tabletop RPGs. We are starting a Kids on Brooms miniseries tomorrow. I think our GM intended it for it to be kind of serious, but then she told us that we were attending a university in Florida and that we could be whatever we wanted. So let your imagination run wild and just
That
pop
was
into
her
see
first
the
mistake.
Her
chaos.
own fault.
Yeah.
I know, and it's gonna be fantastic. So that's like the only new thing happening. Everything else is still regularly scheduled. We're still on break for Wednesday Witcher, and tonight on TT2KB we are having our Zweihander finale, and it's real bad. We have created so many paradoxes with our time travel, but we have to stop the demons. So we'll just do drugs to succeed at magic and corrupt ourselves to oblivion. It'll be fine, right? Like that's Zweihander, right? It'll be.
It's a normal thing to do. Oh, right. That just leaves you and me, Lauren. Lauren, what's up with you?
Me?
Whoop, I know you're typing things. Sorry.
Yes. No, I'm so subtle all the time. Hi, I'm Lauren. I'm That Salty Ginger on Twitter. I also GM for Magpie, but all I've got is Urban Shadows 2, which is exciting. That's happening. That'll be a hoot and a half. Otherwise, I am here on Tuesdays for Kiana jamming our Burn Bright campaign in collaboration with Roll20. And on Saturdays, I am the keeper for our Pulp Cthulhu game, Masks of Nyarlathotep. We're working on things, but I think that's all I have to say. Yep. I was a bad kitty. The end.
A bad kitty who, we all understand why.
Yeah.
We all understand why. And I'm Kiana. This was a lot of fun. I really appreciated everyone joining us for this journey. Our first tabletop RPG campaign on the channel, and also really just born out of me and Lauren wanting to play a queer Witcher game. And here we are. We got to play a queer Witcher game with some of our awesome friends, and so we really appreciated that. You can find me over on Twitter at KianaS. That's the best way to find out what I'm doing, because I do a lot of TTRPG stuff around. But I mostly am just here on the channel. Like Lauren said, I GM our Burn Bright campaign on Tuesdays, and I play in the Saturday one that Lauren GMs, which is our Pulp Cthulhu campaign. If you ever missed an episode or want me to watch one, we've got a YouTube channel. We've got all of our VODs there, so you can keep up with all of our good content, including you can rewatch the whole thing, the whole series over there. And please follow us on Twitter and on here. We announce when we go live with stuff, whether that's our regular TTRPG series, or when we do, spontaneous video game stuff, or when we announce what cool things we're working on. We've got cool things in the works, we promise. Our Sundays won't always be Witcher, but we'll have some cool stuff in the works later in the future. So, so keep an eye out. That's it from us. Thank you, everyone. Thank you to all of our sponsors, includes Roll20, includes Dice Envy, Grinding Coffee Co., and of course, our Tolstoyan Games. We really appreciate them and all the support throughout this entire series and in helping the channel be what it is. That's it from us. This is the final farewell of The Witcher Crimson Ash.
We're gonna go raid Jess. They are raising money for Extra Life and playing some cool spooky games. So we're gonna go raid, say hi, send hype or hearts from us at Salty Sweet Games, and we'll see y'all next time, whenever that may be. Wave bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.